Good morning, children. We are doing biography of Albert Einstein by Patrick Pringle from our textbook Snapshots. We read that Albert Einstein was not interested in rote learning and learning of the facts. He told to his history teacher that he believed in logical reasoning and he wanted to learn the reasons behind whatever was happening instead of learning the things that were already given in the book. He talked to Yuri also about the discomforts that he was having in his lodgings, in the surroundings of his lodgings. His landlady was always upset of him, and he had made a promise that he would not speak against her because he had to stay there. He knew that his father would never allow him if he returns back because his father wanted him to clear the diploma of the school examination. Now, his problem was that he was not able to understand what to do. So he went again to Yuri for seeking help, and Yuri to him said that he will be arranging a doctor for him, and that doctor would provide him with the nervous breakdown certificate. Einstein went on the assigned day to Dr. Ernest Well, but he found that Yuri had already told Dr. Ernest Well about his problem of nervous breakdown and that he did not want to go to school anymore, so he had made this plan. Now let's see, we are on page number 29. Albert thought that he will be asked by Dr. Ernest Well to visit the school and he will not be giving now him the certificate for the nervous breakdown that could give him exemption from the school. But Dr. Ernest Well said, "Don't be too sure of that," said the doctor. "As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you are in a nervous state about that school." "But I haven't told you anything about it," said Albert, wide-eyed. He was surprised to listen this kind of thing from the doctor. "How can you know that?" "Because you wouldn't have come to see me about this if you hadn't been pretty close to a nervous breakdown. That's why. Now," so doctor said briskly that if Albert was not suffering, he must have not asked help of the doctor. "If I certify that you have had a nervous breakdown and must stay away from school for a while, what will you do?" "I will go to Italy," said Albert, "to Milan, where my parents are." So Albert says that he will go to back to his parents where his parents are, and that will solve all his problem. "And what will you do there?" "I will try to get into an Italian college or institute." How can you without a diploma?" "I will ask my mathematics teacher to give me something about my work, and perhaps that will be enough." "I have learnt all the maths they teach at school, and a bit more," he added, when Dr. Whale looked doubtful. So Dr. Whale thought that how it could be possible for a school child without a diploma. But Albert said that he had done all the maths that was taught at the school and a little more than that, and therefore the teacher was quite satisfied with him. But Dr. Whale looked doubtful. "Well, it's up to you," he said. "I doubt if it will come off, but I can see you are not doing yourself or anyone else much good by staying here. How long would you like me to say you should stay away from school? Would 6 months be all right?" So Dr. Well asked him that if he is writing that at least for 6 months he should be given exemption, then will it be all right for Albert? "This will be very kind of you," Albert answered. "It's nothing. I have only just stopped being a student myself, so I know how you feel. Here you are." Dr. Well handed him the certificate and the best of luck. "How much?" Now Albert is asking for the money for the certificate that he is taking from him. "Nothing. If you have anything to spare, invite Yuri to a meal. He is a good friend of mine, and yours too, I think." Albert had no money to spare, but he pretended, means he showed he had, and took Yuri out to supper. "Isn't it wonderful?" he said after showing Yuri the certificate. "Yes, it's fine," Yuri agreed. 6 months is a good period. This way you won't actually be leaving the school. So if the worst comes to worst, you will be able to come back and carry on for your diploma. So Yuri said that 6 months was a good period, and if suppose he is not able to get admission anywhere, or if he doesn't become successful in whatever he wants, then Albert can return back to the school. I will never go back to that place, Albert assured him. He doesn't want to visit school again, he says. I am going to take this certificate to the head teacher tomorrow, and that will be the end of it. Don't forget to get a reference in writing from your mathematics teacher first, Yuri reminded him. Mr. Coach willingly gave Albert the reference he wanted. If I say I can't teach you anymore and probably you will be soon be able to teach me, will that be all right? He asked. So students, such a great fellow that for him the teacher is saying that if he continues to stay there, then he will be able to teach the teacher, and teacher was incapable to teach any more math to him. That's saying too much, sir, said Albert. It's only the truth, but all right, I will put it more seriously. It was still a glowing reference, and Mr. Coach made the point that Albert was ready immediately to enter a college or institute for the study of higher mathematics. So he got the reference, and then the teacher said, I am sorry you are leaving us, although you are wasting your time in my class, he said. It's almost the only class where I am not wasting my time, said Albert. But how did you know I am leaving, sir? So the teacher says that he already knows that Albert was to leave. You wouldn't have asked me for this reference otherwise. So maths teacher had understood that as Albert was leaving, therefore he had asked for the reference, because that reference is going to help him out to get the admission in the further institute. I thought you would wonder. There's nothing to wonder about, Einstein. I knew you were going to leave before you knew yourself. So Einstein came to know later that he was leaving. Before that only the teacher knew. How did he know that Albert was leaving? For this, the reason is coming next. Albert was puzzled. What did the teacher mean? He soon found out. So he got to an understanding. He came to know that how did the teacher know? Before he had a chance to ask for an interview with the head teacher, he was summoned called to the head's room. Well, it saves me the trouble of having to wait an hour or two outside, he thought. So Albert was very happy to get a call from the headmaster's room that he was called because headmaster needed to talk to him. Now he was very happy because he thought that it saved his time. Otherwise, he would have to stay outside the principal's room and wait for principal to call him. He hardly bothered to wonder why he had been called for, but vaguely supposed he was to be punished again for bad work and laziness. Well, he had finished with punishment, so now the punishments will be over as soon as he will be moving out of the school. I'm not going to punish you, the head teacher said. To Albert's surprise, your work is terrible, and I am not prepared to have you here any longer, Einstein. I want you to leave the school now. So the head teacher asked him to leave school immediately because he did not want to bear him anymore into the school, and he said that he could not bear this kind of child who was not allowing anybody else also to do the work. Leave school now, repeated Albert, dazed. That's it, what I said. You mean, said Albert, that I am to be expelled? So he was told that he was expelled. He was very surprised that although he wanted to leave the school, but he was expelled from the school now. You can take it that way if you wish, Einstein. The head teacher was not mincing words. Now he was not changing the words. The simplest thing will be for you to go of your own accord. Means on your own you leave the school. And then the question won't arise. But, said Albert, what crime have I committed? Your presence in the classroom makes it impossible for the teacher to teach and for the other pupils to learn. You refuse to learn, you are in constant rebellion, and no serious work can be done while you are there. So headmaster gave his reasons for expelling Albert from the school. He said that his presence in the classroom made it impossible for the teacher to teach and for the students to learn. He was in constant rebellion, means he was always opposing the teachers, and no serious work could be done in his presence. Therefore, he was expelled from school. Albert felt the medical certificate almost burning a hole in his pocket. I was going to leave anyway, he said. So he said that he was already leaving the school. Then we are in agreement, at least, Einstein. So at least here, that master said that at least here we are in agreement. Our ideas resemble with each other. For a moment, Albert was tempted to tell the man what he thought of him and of his school. Then he stopped himself. Without another word, holding his head high, he stalked out. Stalked out, moved out. So, now when the headmaster was speaking in such a rude manner with him, Albert wanted to tell him that what was his school and what did he think about him as a headmaster. But something stopped him and he just walked out of the room. Shut the door after you, shouted the head. Albert ignored him. He did not pay attention on him. He walked straight on out of the school where he had spent 5 miserable years without turning his head to give it a last look. He could not think of anyone he wanted to say goodbye to. Indeed, Yuri was almost the only person in Munich he felt as much as the school. So Yuri felt that there was nobody in Munich to whom he wanted to say goodbye. He just wanted to go away from there. He was not interested in the other people also of the town. He hated the school. He hated the people there. He hated the complete town there as if. Elsa was back in Berlin and he had no other real friends. Goodbye and good luck, said Yuri when he left. You are going to a wonderful country. I hope you will be happier there. So Yuri told him that he wished him good luck and told him that he will be getting all that he wishes in life. That's all, children. And we come to know that after Albert had left the school, he did not turn back. Though he remembered the school, but that was only for the point that he had spent 5 miserable years of him there. And he did not want to turn back anymore to anybody. He did not want to say goodbye. That's all.